I think I've had the extreme honour to have been able to study with some of the most influential, amazing musicians, composers, and artists that we look up to, that we still play, that we relish in, and therefore I couldn't possibly say that I was able to write without that influence. I'm thinking of Sandy Gurr, Alexander Gurr, Ollie Nusson, Max, Colin Matthews, and I think their influence in who I am and how I write is probably very evident. But at the same time, when I write, I am me, and with all the baggage that comes with that. There are other composers of different nationalities, Carter, Boulez, that emulate that I try and emulate essences of in my music, and that have been sort of got into my blood and into my veins a lot. So I wouldn't say that I stand up to say I'm a British composer. I'm just a composer. I definitely have to compose at home. I've tried to write on retreats when I've been given the chance to be somewhere, and I remember spending time in Aldeburgh, and I think being there stayed with me, and my trips to Scotland, the Isle of Mull and Skye have sort of come back to me when I'm at home, but I really only get my best writing done when I can shut the door and no one's coming in and I'm at home. I guess it depends on the time of the piece, where I'm at in that. So there are times when I need to get up really early and I need a completely clear head, and it's more of a discipline, and it's more of a kind of an argument and a tackle and a sort of a difficult challenge to get something started. But once that thing has been started, in whatever form it then sits, I can go back to it at any time of the day, any time of the night, and I often end up thinking quite clearly about it, quite abstractly perhaps, but clearly for me when I'm travelling. So if I'm on the train, I'm not writing, but things begin to sometimes make sense, going for a walk, that kind of outside space that's away from my desk. But I often find that, when I've written those first notes, and then they sort of, there's that mark on the manuscript. It's sort of mocking you. It's kind of there saying, did you really mean this? And it's kind of, it's not a mistake anymore. It's there, and even if you don't use it, it's still looking at you. So I think once I get past that point and I begin to make friends with what I'm trying to do, and then I have a relationship with that material and that piece, then it feels like I'm going back to a friend, an argumentative friend, a difficult friend, but nevertheless, at least there's some familiarity in that. Goretzky's Third Symphony. Can I just stick with wine?